Dating a confused man. Oh, my goodness. Hello, my name is Chengi, and you, my precious one, are my world. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe, like, share, and comment, and let's grow this party because you, my angel, you're welcome here, okay? And I'm gonna hold your hand and teach you how to be a high value, high status, and high worth woman that men find completely irresistible. Don't forget to check the subscription box for tools and services that will really help you become a high value woman, especially in 2020, okay? So, dating confused men. So a man seems as though he is confused. He's unsure. Now, there are a few reasons that a man could be confused. He could be confused because he hasn't quite worked out his sexuality. Is he gay? Is he straight? Is he bi? He might be dealing with his own identity. He might be dealing with issues of sexuality. Those are legitimate reasons for somebody to be confused. And whilst those reasons may be legitimate, it doesn't mean that you have to engage with them at the point at which they are confused. Neither is it your job to bring clarity into a confused man's mind, okay? That is a job that he will have to work through with himself, with God, and figure out exactly who he is and what he wants to do. By and large, confusion is what men, setting aside what I've just stated in the beginning, confusion is usually what men who are not as attracted to you as you are to them use to keep you on a string. So he will appear confused. He will send you mixed signals. Today is hot, today is cold. Sometimes he calls, sometimes he doesn't. You don't know if he's coming or going. You don't know if he wants to be your man or not. You are never sure. This is a man who is working and allowing ambiguity and confusion to do his dirty work. You see, he doesn't want to tell you that he's simply not as attracted to you as he wants to be. He's attracted to you, sure enough. That's how come you get that chemistry and those vibrations when you're together. He's just not really invested in you. He's not invested. Maybe he has his eye on another woman that he really likes, but maybe he enjoys your non-sexual attention. Maybe he enjoys your sexual attention. There's something that he's getting from you that he wants to keep you in his life. As long as he allows the mindset of confusion to play with you, you're hardly going to make a clean break. You see, a man that doesn't really want you as his first and only option is a man that never wants to lose you completely. Men like the idea of having other options. Us as women, we're so used to being approached, we're so used to being wanted. Those of us who have worked on ourselves, who have that energy, who know how to present ourselves, find that we never really are short of pursuers, right? Men who pursue, men have to pursue, and to even get to the point where they get a number and get in there with a woman is a lot of work for them. So they don't want to kind of throw away some good work, some investment money-wise or time-wise that they've made. So they like to keep their women on simmer, okay? Just in case there's a drought and they need somebody, right? Us women, out with the old, in with the new, is generally kind of how it works for us. So when they keep you confused, then they can have it all. They can have that ambiguity work for them. Understand that any form of ambiguity, any form of confusion is to a high value woman a sign that this man is just not good enough for her. To a pick-me girl, she can eat off those crumbs because she has zero self-worth, zero self-esteem, zero self-value. But to a high-value woman, that is just a no thank you and goodbye. Any single time a man comes to you with any kind of ambiguity, even from the beginning, if he doesn't answer your questions with clarity and certainty, it is your job to get that clarity. If it is not from him, then it must come from within you. So I remember having a conversation with somebody once that I was dating, and I wanted to know, are we an item? Are we not an item? And he was like, the usual, ambiguous, didn't give a real answer, pulled back, the silly games. Now, unfortunately for him, he was dealing with a woman who is of high value. So I simply said to him, I'm so sorry. I'm not somebody that does well with ambiguity. I really don't like gray spaces. I'm really a black and white girl. And as you are not in a position to give me a clear answer, I shall provide one for you. I am going to call it a day. I'm going to start dating other people. And when you are able to give me an answer, feel free to call me. If I'm available, I'll be more than happy to go on a date with you. If not, I wish you well and have a very good life. And guess what? I saved myself. What ended up happening after that courtship, dating, whatever you may want to call it, that situationship that I was about to find myself in, was actually turned out that after a few months, he'd got somebody pregnant and put a ring on it, right? So if I had stuck around and not sought that clarity for myself, I would have found myself in a situation where I have fallen for somebody, I'm giving my time, my attention, my heart to somebody, and they are actually having a full-blown, full-on relationship with somebody else. Furthermore, when I left that relationship, I immediately met somebody else who was even better, more special, just better, okay? So in the time that I could have been wasting with him, I ended up finding myself in a wonderful romance with somebody else. So the issue here is never to let anybody waste your time. If there's ambiguity, I don't care if it's about marriage, I don't care if it's about being steady, going steady, being a boyfriend, a girlfriend, promise ring, whatever. The moment you need clarity, know exactly what answer will suffice for you. Anything less than that will not do. This is how it works. Now, if you're at that level where he hasn't even made it clear that he wants to be your man, but he kind of plays the friend and then he flirts and you don't know if you're friends or you're flirting and you're afraid to address it, because if you address it, then you shift the dynamic of the relationship, and as a result, you end up becoming damaging maybe a friendship that you yourself enjoy as well. But the fact that you are already thinking, are we friends or not? What is it that you want? I don't know. You flirt with me and then we're friends, and then you do all these things and you haven't got clarity. A lot of us women, we're afraid to really just call out a man misbehaving like that because we don't want to lose. You can't win unless you're prepared to lose. You can't allow anybody to play with your mental health. Ambiguity is very much towards messing with our mental health, because we really do well as women and thrive when there's clarity. So a friend of mine said, so what would you say in a situation where somebody's being a friend, but you don't know if they're a friend? Do they like you? They compliment you? They say stuff that sounds like they want to be. And I said, it's simple. You ask them, John, are you flirting with me? That's all you have to ask. If he says, oh, you're really looking good today, I love your smile and you always look good. Oh, thank you. Are you flirting with me? If he says, oh, no, I'm just paying you a compliment, say, well, usually friends of mine don't pay me that compliment. Always comes from men who are interested in dating me. Is that something that you're interested in doing? Oh, no, I really just want us to be friends. Take that answer and run with it. That is your answer, okay? He's not shy. He's not afraid. That is your answer. And if he says, I don't know, would I mess things up if we move things, then you can have that conversation. But it doesn't have to be a sit down, let's hold hands, let's talk about this. Just say to him, are you flirting with me? Say it from the moment he starts. Say it halfway in between. I don't care if you've been friends for 20 years. Say it. Are you flirting with me? And there you have it. Bob's your uncle. and work on our side. Let's keep it moving. Let's get clarity in our lives, because clarity is how we thrive. In the meantime, my darling, take care of you. Love you lot.